There's only 24 hours left to buy the limited edition Trap Bear merch. Head on over to traplaw.com or click the merch shelf below to grab one before they're all gone.
It's more than just a court case to us because, you know, the person that has the court case against me is dating a person that brought my name up. Well, prosecutors that he's involved with brought my name up for no reason. Like, I never met Tekashi.
Many people look at Takeshi 6ix9ine and think that is a face only a mother could love. In fact, after all of those dreadful face tattoos, 6ix9ine's name kind of makes sense. Because with a face like that, most women would rather die than brave missionary with him. But as they say, there is somebody out there for everyone. I mean, I'm not sure I believe that because I've been unhappily single for over a year now, but anyway. At least in 6ix9ine's case, there was one woman willing to lay her morals, safety, and integrity on the line just to save this little skittle-headed snitch. That woman is of course the female 6ix9ine, also known as 9-6, think about it. I'm talking about Jade. And ever since Jade burst onto the scene, we've seen a lot about her in the media relating to 6ix9ine. Whether it's her holding her man down while he was locked in the slammer, her debuting multiple dreadful 6ix9ine tattoos that made Soulja Boy's Gucci head tattoo look like a thing of art, or of course dropping petty shade on 6ix9ine's baby mama on IG. But one interesting detail about Jade is an explosive feud that she had with Cardi B months before she'd even met 6ix9ine. With Cardi B now facing felony charges for trying to stomp her bloody shoes on Jade and her twin sister. But why on earth would Cartier Barty start flinging bottles of Bacardi and trying to fight in the party? Well, it all had something to do with a supposed affair between Jade, her sister, and Cardi B's problematic boo, Offset. But first, who are these problematic thotties? 6ix9ine's girlfriend goes by Jade, or on Instagram, oh so you Jade? However, her real name is Rachel Watley. And she also has a sister who, funnily enough, has taken quite a big step back from the limelight in the past couple of years, so there's not as much info out there on her. But what we do know is that Jade's sister goes by the name Baddie Gi back when she did have Instagram, and her real name is Sarah Watley. And obviously it's this sister-sister combo that is responsible for inspiring classic 6ix9ine lyrics about the twin sisters with double thick thighs. I mean, who do you think those badass aqua blue baddies were on 6ix9ine's arm when he first returned to IG Live after getting out of jail? Now, apparently these two matching baddies were previously bartenders, both at the Angel Strip Club in Flushing, New York, and Lust, both New York clubs which 6ix9ine himself is known to frequent. But Jade and Baddie Gi were not strippers, as many have believed and suggested over the years. But even though they were bartenders, 6ix9ine didn't actually meet his girlfriend balling out at the club. Apparently 6ix9ine actually met Jade after following her bad little body on IG and hitting her up with an offer to come and shake something in one of his music videos.
So how we met, like, he wanted me to do the video Gotti. I flew to LA and I was gonna do the mama video. He flew me and my sister out to do the mama video.
So 6ix9ine was feeling Jade's vibes and flew her and her sister Baddie Gi out to LA to be in the music video for the song Mama with Nicki Minaj and Kanye West. And Jade was actually seen hanging out in the car with 6ix9ine on the way to that video shoot.
Yellow Soup. LE_SOUK.
Of course, now we know that the Mama music video ended up getting canned after somebody shot up the set. But hey, if it scores you some quality time with some high quality baddies, then it's all worth it, isn't it? In fact, if it'll get me a girlfriend, I'll take bullets from all angles. In fact, give me that 100-shot Young Dolph special. I'm so lonely. Anyway, Jade says that while she was in LA with 6ix9ine, they caught a vibe and decided to go shopping together, where they apparently appeared to bond over a shared love of garish clothes.
Shopping around trying to find like the outfit, like his clothes for the video, and then like I was like showing him like what to wear, like what I think would look fire in the video. We just clicked.
So they immediately clicked and were joined at the hip like a stick in its clip. And as the days went on, we began to see more and more of Jade on 6ix9ine's social media pages. Particularly one night where Jade famously wore a green dress and got hammered with 6ix9ine in Los Angeles. According to Jade, that night they had been partying hard and ended up drinking 2 whole bottles of tequila on their own, eventually ending up in the studio with Scott Storch where 6 had actually recorded TikTok.
We had a fucking turn up ass night. We drank 2 bottles in 1942 that night. After the club, we went to Scott Storch's studio and he was like playing TikTok or whatever, so we started, we was lit.
That's the song, not the app that people use to groom young girls. So it turned out that 6ix9ine and Jade had recorded some clips for social media together in their drunken state. And apparently when Jade saw that 6ix9ine had posted these clips to his page, she was a little bit nervous, but that was the moment that she knew that things were real between them. Because I guess that's how dating works these days.
The next day, he was like, yo, I got all these videos in my phone. I'm watching them. And then he posted it. And I was like, yo, I was going crazy. I was like, delete it. He was like, no. He's like, I'm not deleting nothing. And I was like, All right, and then after that was it. He was mine. He been mine.
So, like the lord of the clout rings, from that moment on, 6ix9ine was Jade's precious. And a drunken 6ix9ine looked head over heels for Jade too, God bless her.
What the fuck going on? We're gonna have a boy.
A boy?
We're gonna have a boy.
Yeah.
Oh, gross. That's how you catch cooties. Actually, no, I think you get cooties from licking women's feet. Oh, no, 6ix9ine, get it together. Anyway, from here, Jade and 6ix9ine were truly inseparable. And aside from the obvious perks of clout and money, Jade was getting more out of this relationship than immediately meets the eye. Because the formerly shy bartender found that after spending so much time with your boy 6ix9ine, she finally discovered the wonders of not giving a shit what anybody thinks about you.
Like, after he posted the video, I used to care. Like, I used to be like this person took it to him. Like, he actually made me, like, not give a fuck. Like.
So with her newfound confidence, we would regularly see Jade twerking on 6ix9ine's arm like some sort of oversized Richard Mille made of butt meat. And apparently even getting hot and heavy having sex in the back of their bulletproof trucker. Say what you want about dating 6ix9ine, but he's always got protection. Anyway, things continue to get serious between these two, with 6ix9ine even debuting Jade on his Instagram Live, looking like the kind of girlfriend debut you would do to your classmates in the 9th grade. So at this point, these two were completely inseparable and nothing would keep them apart. You know, except for jail, that would actually keep them apart for over a year. In fact, it's kind of crazy if you consider the fact that the Mama video only took place at the start of November of 2018, with the reports of the shooting that broke up that video only coming out on the 9th of November. And by the 20th of November, 6ix9ine had been picked up on racketeering charges and thrown in the slammer, where he would remain for over a year. So these two had quite literally only been hooking up for a couple of weeks before he ended up in the feds. But to Jade's credit, she held him down, meeting him in the visit hall whilst he was still trying to get a handle on the situation, posting other images from visits she'd made to him with supportive captions, and leaking dirty phone calls between the two.
I love you, Rachel.
Okay. How much? How much? How much?
Enough to fuck you.
Aw, how romantic. Now, in exchange for her loyalty and support, despite only knowing this skittle-headed snitch for a few weeks, Jade reaped the rewards. 6ix9ine bought her a G-Wagon for a Christmas present while he was still in jail.
Nah, you got a fucking G-Wagon, sis? That box is fire!
Yes, that box must be truly fuego. She of course showed her commitment to her boyfriend with these truly dreadful 6ix9ine tattoos. Though to be fair, if a hot girl out there wants to get a Trap Lord Ross tattoo, I'm finna marry her straight away, no cap. But the support didn't even stop there, as Jade continued to stick her nose into 6ix9ine's case, even writing a support letter to the judge begging for her man to receive leniency. Hell, Jade is out here doing so much for her man, I'm surprised she didn't just cover her whole body in tattoos, get locked up in the same jail, and just try to bust 6ix9ine out on some Michael Scofield shit. Anyway, it's safe to say that Jade truly did a lot to hold 6ix9ine down while he was in jail, duly proving her loyalty to him and her value as a bad bee worth holding down herself. But of course, much like 6ix9ine, Jade herself has a bit of a dark past. And so, only months before she was swept off her feet by the Prince Charming of Clout, she was allegedly getting the wrong kind of attention from another rapper you might know. Of course, I'm talking about the explosive alleged affair with Cardi B's man and 1/3 of the Migos, Offset. Now, I'm going to be very careful about what I say in this video, because Cardi B appears to have a habit of suing YouTubers. In fact, from here on out, you're probably going to hear the word allegedly so many times it's going to lose all meaning. In January of 2018, Cardi B and Offset fall out over cheating rumours. Offset was rumoured to have been getting slippery with some other ladies after 2 videos leak that supposedly show him engaging in a saucy act with another woman. One in December 2017 showing a fine-ass babe walking clothesless through his hotel room, and another in January of 2018 appearing to show him getting a little sloppy toppy.
Tell me what y'all think. Is that Offset in a different broad? Come on. He's telling her to put it in her mouth, basically.
Now, initially, Cardi B and Offset tried to deflect this bad publicity by making a few raunchy social media videos of their own, and thankfully for the culture, they eventually got over this road bump in their relationship and continued killing it like the super couple they are. But behind the scenes, as 2018 reared on, these infidelity rumors continued to swirl. Apparently in June, Offset had been seen with Jade and or Baddie Gi, and at this point, fans begun to speculate. And as more lavish pictures of Jade begun to surface on the internet, many people begun to theorize that she was the official side chick for Offset. The offside chick, if you will. Now, Cardi B clapped back at these allegations publicly, calling it fake-ass drama, as did Offset. But allegedly, behind the scenes, Cardi B was looking to get even with Offset's supposed side chick. And allegedly, she wasn't scared to get her homies involved either. Jade claimed that Cardi had been threatening her for months, with NBC New York reporting that other people had approached Jade and her sister to say that Cardi B was sending someone to F them up. And allegedly, these threats were not hollow. Because, allegedly, in June, Cardi confronted both of them at an Atlanta hotel and accused Jade of sleeping with Offset before threatening her with physical harm. And then on August the 15th, 2018, the first of 2 physical altercations take place in the club where Jade and Baddie Gi are working at the time. Now, this incident was later described in a detailed indictment that came out in February 2020, which alleged at least 6 members of the 6ix9ine Brims met at that club. The 6ix9ine Brims, of course, being a sect of the Blood Gang, which Cardi B openly admitted being a member of in this April 2018 GQ article. See, I didn't need to say allegedly that time, did I? Anyway, allegedly, 2 people in this blurry crew ordered a drink from the intended target before gesturing them to lean forward. And once she did, they grabbed her hair and repeatedly hit her. One of them, who was actually a man, apparently filmed the attack, and allegedly, Cardi personally threw an ashtray and a bottle hitting Jade in the face, causing injuries. And furthermore, according to the indictment, after the attack went down, the video that was filmed was sent to the 6ix9ine Brim Blood godmother who was in jail at the time, Star Brim, aka Yonette Respas, who had allegedly been responsible for ordering the attack from jail on behalf of Cardi B. But allegedly, Star Brim and Cardi weren't satisfied with the ferocity of this attack, going on to discuss whether another attack would take place, and sure enough, around 2 weeks later, the same crew attacked the same bartenders at the same club. Allegedly, of course. On August the 29th, 2018, at Angel's strip club, the Migos are performing. And allegedly, once again, Cardi and the 6ix9ine Brims were in the house. Apparently with intentions to hit him with a left, hit him with a right, knock that pussy out, like Fight Night. Imagine this, right? Your husband's got a concert at a club, and you've heard the rumors that he's been sleeping around with the bartender at that club. Doesn't sound like it's going to end well, does it? And allegedly, Cardi B had faced off with the sisters at some point in the evening before directing her posse to attack. And allegedly, the crew of Bloods that Cardi was rolling with sprung into action, grabbing Jade by her hair once again, punching and slapping her, as well as throwing chairs in the club. TMZ reported that bottles were thrown and the victims sustained serious injuries that required medical attention. And TMZ had even reported that allegedly Cardi had shouted during the altercation, "I'm Blood, I'll fuck you bitches up." That is not gonna look good on the old racketeering charge, but anyway. According to NBC News, surveillance footage of Cardi throwing an ice bucket was captured, along with footage from the earlier fight, which were apparently both gonna be used as evidence against her. Not a good look. Cardi, at this rate, I would say you're about one reckless Vlad TV interview away from a life sentence. Keep it zipped and stay out of the way. And as more details began to emerge about this alleged incident, it just kept sounding worse and worse. Apparently around 9 people, including the man who was mentioned earlier, was present for both altercations, seemingly backing Cardi in a mismatched brawl against 2 other women. Now apparently Baddie Gi actually responded in an IG story following this incident, saying that Cardi and her goons pulled up with their coochies out just to throw drinks and didn't even cause any damage. Geez, I hope when Drake sends goons to get me, they got their coochies out too. That sounds lit. And from here, it seemed like one of Cardi's female goons took the bait, responding to Baddie Gi, saying that she was hiding underneath the bar, and these 2 went back and forth over a few comments. God, prosecutors at the Southern District must have been salivating at the mouth when they saw that back and forth. From here, it seemed like Cardi's goons asked Baddie Gi to share her location and her face, which Baddie Gi duly did. Looking good, queen. Anyway, Baddie Gi denied that Jade had anything to do with sleeping with Offset, perhaps a sly way of saying that she did have something to do with sleeping with Offset. Meanwhile, Offset denied having had anything to do with these super thoughts, and Cardi said that Baddie Gi was subbing her and that she had duly been blocked. But it would turn out that this was not a story that Baddie and her band of beatdown giving Bloods could sweep under the rug, because it would turn out that 6ix9ine wasn't the only super snitch in these streets. Apparently, after these incidents, both Jade and Baddie Gi were banned from their workplace because they filed a police report against Cardi specifically. I hope when 6ix9ine found out that his girlfriend was filing a police report, he said, "Baby, I'm so proud of you." But on top of snitching, apparently the girls lawyered up big time, which in turn led to Cardi turning herself in, being charged with 3rd-degree assault and reckless endangerment after that police report was filed. And of course, in classic Cardi B glamorous fashion, she was seen going in and out of the police station looking like the Marilyn Monroe of ratchet hoes. Her lawyer said that there was no evidence that she had caused anybody any harm, clearly gearing up to try and defend against the case.
Today she received a summons charging misdemeanors only. We're aware of no evidence that she caused anybody any harm at the club that night. We expect that the matter is going to be resolved expeditiously.
With some sources claiming that she was going with the excuse that this was all just a spontaneous scuffle prompted by somebody throwing a drink. I'm guessing that drink was a tall glass of Offset's man milk. But anyway, Jade's lawyers were not buying it, coming out to say that Cardi continues to threaten them and that she's going around thinking her celebrity star status is going to get her out of this jam. Spectacularly saying it doesn't matter if her name is Cardi B or Carl B, she's still going to be brought to justice. Now, I don't know about you, but I heard that new Carl B album is fire. So after denying the crime, Carl B walks out of the precinct, potentially unaware that this entire jam could end up being the worst decision of her whole career. And meanwhile, behind the scenes, Baddie Gi and Jade attempted to prod Cardi as much as they could, befriending her #1 op, Nicki Minaj. In November 2018, Nicki drops the music video for Good Form with Lil Wayne, and it features both Baddie Gi and Jade. A day after, Nicki posts a tagged photo on Instagram featuring both of those girls on the set of the music video, and it's later reported that Nicki hired these two models on purpose just to get at Cardi. Of course, having connected with them through 6ix9ine after the cancelled Mama shoot, where Nicki, Jade and Baddie would have all met anyway. And Jade continued to align herself with the Queen Nicki, even popping up partying in the club with her on her 36th birthday. And meanwhile, over in Cardi's camp, the drama continues too. By December 2018, Cardi was announcing that she had planned to leave Offset.
We're really good friends, and we're really good business partners, and he's always somebody that I run to talk to, and we got a lot of love for each other, but things just haven't been working out between us for a long time, and it's nobody's fault. It's just like, I guess we grew out of love, not together anymore. I don't know, it might take time to get a divorce.
Which to me did kind of seem like cap just for social media attention, and thankfully we now know that they stayed together. But outside of the social media grandstanding, Cardi B's case is beginning to get worse and worse. In December 2018, Cardi shows up for a tense court date after having missed the previous date so she could attend Art Basel. This duly pissed off the judge who had said he was about to issue an arrest warrant. And at that hearing, she was ordered to have no contact with Jade and Baddie Gi and released without bail. From there, she was seen leaving the court looking glamorous as always and getting bigged up for her Grammy nominations. Of course, at the 2019 Grammys, Cardi B was indeed the favourite for the award for Best Beatdown. Unfortunately, she lost out to DaBaby, who of course won the award for his iconic beatdown on Cam Coldheart outside the Louis Vuitton store. But little did Cardi know the next time she would be rocking up in court, she would be collecting a different kind of award for the biggest L. Now, Cardi is getting in a sticky situation here, because initially, prosecutors tried to make her a deal, one which Cardi rejected. Now, this deal was a plea offer on the 2 Class A misdemeanor charges: assault and reckless endangerment for apparently throwing a hookah during the fracas that ensued in the club. Baby, throw me the hookah. Hey, baby, throw me the hookah. This deal would have seen her plead guilty for the misdemeanor charges, getting her a conditional discharge sentence, meaning that basically she would face no punishment, but she would have to stay out of trouble for a period of time. Thing is with that, if she gets in trouble again, the judge would have her by the balls, or the box. And so Cardi protested her innocence and turned down this frankly generous deal. She obviously wasn't feeling giving the judge that much control over her actions. But my gosh, were the feds calling her bluff hard. Because in response to her turning down this deal, the prosecution decided to take evidence to the grand jury, apparently acting on new information discovered during an investigation, leading to a fresh indictment that apparently included a fat stack of 12 charges. This included 2 charges of attempted assault with intent to cause serious physical injury, and 10 misdemeanor charges, including misdemeanor reckless endangerment, assault, criminal solicitation, conspiracy, and harassment. Now, it doesn't seem like this indictment is online, but I'm guessing it's those 6 charges times 2 because the same thing basically happened twice in a 2-week span. Carl B decided to plead not guilty to all 12 charges, and seemingly frustrated at this strong-arm move from the prosecutors, even admonished TMZ for even reporting on it, releasing a lengthy but since deleted post, calling out Harvey Levin at TMZ as a wrinkled fake tan bitch, and basically accusing him and TMZ of being culture vultures. Ooh, she is gonna hate this video, yeesh. And this message was very revealing. In it, she sounded out that she could not believe that she had been to court 6 times for a misdemeanor charge, saying specifically that she thinks the feds are only trying to upgrade these charges because she turned down their deal, and then dropped the juicy nugget of information which I believe is the sole reason that the feds are so hot on her. She said that the prosecutors are talking about she hangs out with gang members. But in response to this, she points to her clean record, private donations, and charity events, pointing to one specific instance where she says she was given the keys to Marlboro after her supposed gang member friends were giving out coats. An apparent reference to her being given the key to the city of Brooklyn after holding a coat drive.
Tell you nothing.
Why you should have told me so I could have like got myself. Cardi, can you hold up the key? Can you give us an okay? Yo, this is crazy.
Now, this statement didn't actually go any further as far as denying her gang ties, or any of the other allegations of this case, and that post has since been deleted. But the cat was already out of the bag, and I think Cardi's right. The feds don't seem to be looking to hold her account for one naughty night causing a commotion in a nightclub. The feds are trying to give Cardi that Treyway case because of her blood connections. And matters were in no means helped in December 2019 when Jade came out to expose Cardi's husband Offset for apparently DMing her saying that he misses her for real. To which Cardi and Offset quickly sprung into damage control, making a pretty believable case for Offset's Instagram having been hacked.
So as you can see, this guy's Instagram has been hacked.
But before that could even settle down, Cardi's female blood goon, Star Brim, replied to Jade dropping some shade, calling her and her man some rats, calling her sister Baddie Gi a literal hoe, to which Jade replied saying, imagine fighting Fed cases for Offset, but he keeps on DMing me. And in December 2019, Cardi went on an Instagram live rant talking about her upcoming case. First off saying that the case is only a big deal because 6ix9ine had earlier revealed that Cardi was a 5'9" Brim when he was snitching in court.
And it's more than just a court case to us because, you know, the person that has the court case against me is dating a person that brought my name up. Well, prosecutors that he's involved with brought my name up for no reason. Like, I never met Tekashi.
Whoa, 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 don't forget all of that self-snitching that you did in GQ, Baddie. In this IG live, she also said that she wanted to speak out after 6ix9ine had mentioned her name, but she also wanted to stay out of it.
Even when this guy mentioned my name in his court date, I wanted to say so much like, why me? Why am I getting brung up? I don't have nothing to do with this. But I didn't say anything. I just put a meme like, I don't know that man, because I just don't know him.
And Cardi says that there's absolutely no reason why Offset would DM Jade, only days before she was due to go to court to fight a case against her, also revealing for the first time that Cardi was actually using lawyers that had been recommended to her by Offset.
You really think a nigga's gonna DM a girl that he haven't spoke to out of nowhere, a couple of days before I have court, and a court case that we've been talking about because, you know, he suggested my lawyers and everything? That is ridiculous.
Hope those weren't the same lawyers that QC recommended, eh? And Cardi went on to end the piece with one final hilarious quotable, summing up the whole situation with Offset DMing Jade, saying that Offset might be stupid, but he ain't crazy.
Like, I know niggas is stupid, but niggas ain't fucking crazy.
But of course, some may have thought the lady doth protest too much. Because a few months later, Cardi would make a different kind of guest appearance, with her name popping up all over an indictment concerning several of the 5'9" Brim Blood gang members. The indictment specifically named Jeffrey Bush and several other 5'9" Brim co-defendants, including Star Brim, real name Yannette Respus. Now, this gang indictment explosively included as one of the counts the assault against Jade and Baddie Gi in the nightclub under the header conspiracy to commit assault in aid of racketeering, specifically saying that this attack had been carried out by the gang members in retaliation for another member of the gang being disrespected, a likely reference to the Offset affair. The indictment goes further to accuse Star Brim of arranging this beatdown from jail, referring to the attack as popping that bottle, and going on to say that the state believed that it was Bush who had ordered a drink from the target, kicking off the assault, which he begun to film as the attack took place. And even more crazy, it was alleged that the video that Bush took was sent to the gang member on behalf of whom Star Brim had ordered the attack, Colby allegedly, and alleging that from here the members continued to communicate as to whether the attack was enough, and planning the subsequent attack that took place 2 weeks later. But the trouble wasn't over by a long shot, because elsewhere in the indictment, Jeffrey Bush, the male member who allegedly filmed the attack, is identified as the muscle for Cardi B, and she is named by name in reference to the fight in that club. Oh, and just in case there was any doubt as to how serious this indictment was, alongside that one count of conspiracy to commit assault in the aid of racketeering, what else do you think the 5'9" Brim Bloods have been up to as part of their racket? Oh, you know, only selling 280 grams of crack, and an actual murder of a rival gang member. Yes, people, Cardi B may have actually gone and Treywayed herself. Allegedly. Now, I wouldn't usually cover a case like this until it's completely resolved, but my god, is this an exciting story in the making. I mean, think about it, when Cardi B finally goes to trial for this madness, the feds are probably going to be putting a lot of pressure on her to try and take down the real bad guys in this gang. You know, the ones who do murders. So who knows how this thing's going to play out. But I'd like to think that Cardi B can at least appreciate the delicious irony of this situation. I mean, think about it, right? She allegedly orders a bunch of Blood gang members to beat up a rival. That rival snitches and ends up taking her to court, and that same rival ends up being the boyfriend of the guy who snitched on a bunch of Blood members who he paid to have rivals beaten up. And then you end up in court in the exact same situation he was in. God, the universe is just amazing, isn't it? Anyway, it's fucking Treyway, or whatever it is the 5'9" Brims do. That's the end of the video, but I've got an important announcement for you guys. You have got 24 hours left to get your hand on my limited edition Trap Bear merch. Look at this, baby. We've got the Trap Bear popping off. I've probably got Probably got sweaty ass back. This pose is a real long pause, but you get the gist. You're getting the merch. So you got 24 hours to cop that, and then it is gone, baby. Head on over to traplaw.com if you want to go and cop one of those. Thank you so much to everybody that has bought one so far. Big thank you to all of the patrons whose names that you can see on screen right now. Appreciate ya. Send me a picture of the merch if you go and buy some at TraplawRoss on Instagram. Traplaw.com to go and cop the merch or in the merch shelf below. Gang, peace out.